talk, all the hype, but the past is prologue as this Super Bowl is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino. Another superstar made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
Throwing to start the drive. Rose. And Charles, ho-hum, another year, another Super Bowl appearance for this head coach. He already holds the all-time record for most Super Bowl titles, and now here he is trying to bring home yet another.
And you know what else he's doing? He's keeping all of us, meaning the media, the broadcasters, at bay, because every year you think, okay, that caps a great career, and he comes back and wins another one. Okay, this one caps a great career. Nope, he goes after another one. Maybe we should tamp the brakes a little bit on whether or not he's going to leave and just appreciate the brilliance that he's bringing to the sidelines and to the Super Bowl itself as he goes out trying to win yet another Super Bowl title.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Lamb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They run the counter. Lamb, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. On 3rd and 2, Rose. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let them know they'll be back the very next series.
So here are the Chiefs now backed up for their first drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Throwing on 1st down. McAllister. He finds his man, complete. That's Black. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. McAllister finding his safety valve here. That's complete. From the gun on 3rd down. McAllister. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm up QB2. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Rose. Over the middle, complete. It's Reese. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
They'll run on first down. It's Lamb, and across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the 49ers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Hands it off out of the gun to about the 33-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, McAllister. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Off the play fake, McAllister. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Walker with a grab, left side. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, McAllister, and in for the Chiefs touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. As this offense takes the field again, it's been a while since they've been out there. We just saw that long touchdown drive by the opposition. But remember, when this crew was out here last, Charles, they scored as well.
And let's make sure we give both offensive staff some credit, and especially the offensive coordinators, because we spoke with both of them in the lead up to this game, and both were really confident in their game plans. They felt like they had scouted their opponents and focused on specific areas in practice this week to make sure that they were ready to go. And frankly, it looks like they both did an excellent job.
And we'll see if those game plans can keep this streak of touchdowns going here. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Rose. Wide open receiver complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. On first down, Rose. Looking middle, and that's complete. To throw on second down, Rose. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down, McAllister. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McAllister. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. Able to slither by. Once more the juke. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing to start the drive. Rose. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rose. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Throwing to start the drive. McAllister. And Walker has it. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Operating from the gun. McAllister looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Charles. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Looking to throw. McAllister. He finds his man. Complete. It's Black. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Right back to him on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. To throw on second down. McAllister got his man complete over the middle. That's Black. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first and 10, McAllister. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Black. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air. Because right now, we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good return up past the 30. There he goes left side. 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, 49ers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McAllister. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McAllister. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. McAllister. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Black. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. Try to lay one up deep. And that's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. Well, that is not what you want to see from him on a big stage, obviously. And he's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game. But you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as the Super Bowl progresses?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for KC. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And the Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Now a handoff as they run left side. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. To throw on second down, McAllister. And that is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Looking to throw. McAllister. Throw left side complete. That's Black. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. To throw on 3rd down, McAllister. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. On 2nd down now. It's Lamb, and he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st down, Rose. He finds his man, complete. That's Reese. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rose. 7 yards there and a first down. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Reese. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Back to throw. Rose. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Lamb. A nice little juke. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Looking to throw. Rose. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have moved out in front.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. Touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. McAllister looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Charles. From the gun on 3rd down. McAllister throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he is going to have a Niners first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely did they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down. It's now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And now here comes Kansas City. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. McAllister. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's caught to Charles.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Almost time for the final act of this NFL season as we are now through 3 quarters in the Super Bowl.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. And I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Past the 20 for a short gain. 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Lamb. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Rose.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Rose. And that is incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Yeah, we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Up the middle they go. Vernon. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. From
from the gun on third down. McAllister finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. McAllister. That's complete. It's Charles. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a give right side. Vernon. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. McAllister. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Throwing on first down. McAllister. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, McAllister. He finds his man, complete. That's Black. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw. McAllister. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
is not going anywhere. They stop it for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. On 1st and 10, Rose. He finds his man, complete. It's Lamb. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump-off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Lamb. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lamb.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run on 1st down. Lamb. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Up the middle they go. It's Lamb. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Rose. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And this one is right through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position. But it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So the Chiefs now down 24-17, 57 seconds to go. And they have to have a touchdown to level this Super Bowl as they come up on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Charles. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll manage maybe 10 yards, but they'll surrender that defensively, no problem.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Charles. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.